Motivation is the reason most people stay stuck. It shows up when you feel good and disappears when you actually need it. If motivation worked, your life will already look different. I'm Ray, and I talk about discipline, time, and money. The things that nobody teaches you, but everyone pays for. In this video, I'm going to break down why motivation keeps failing you and what actually works when motivation is gone. Because real progress doesn't come from feeling inspired, it comes from what you do when you don't feel like it. Motivation is the reason most people never change their life. Yeah, I said it. And if you rely on it, you're already losing. Let me explain why. Motivation is a trap. We've been taught the wrong things. We've been told to wait until we feel motivated, wait until it feels right, and wait until we feel ready. But motivation is emotional, and emotions change. You wake up motivated, then life happens. Bills, stress, fatigue, distractions. Then suddenly that motivation disappears. That's not because you're lazy, it's because motivation was never designed to carry you. Motivation is a spark, but sparks don't keep fires burning. Why motivation feels so good but fails you. Here's the dangerous part about motivation. It feels productive without producing results. Watching motivational videos feel like progress. Writing goals feels like progress. Talking about what you're going to do feels like progress. But none of that changes your life. Motivation gives you a dopamine hit the same way strolling does. You feel good, but nothing actually moves. That's why most people stay stuck for years, thinking they're working on themselves. The real reason you fall off. Most people don't fail because they lack discipline. They fail because they built their habits on feelings. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. If your system requires you to feel good to act, then you're only going to act occasionally. That's why consistency feels impossible. Consistency doesn't come from wanting it, it comes from removing decision making. What actually works? The people who win don't ask, do I feel like doing this? They ask what's non-negotiable. They turn actions into defaults. You don't decide if you work out, you decide when. You don't decide if you save money, you decide how much. You don't decide if you show up, you decide how you show up. Once the decision is made, emotion doesn't matter. Discipline without the word discipline. Here's the secret nobody tells you. The most disciplined people don't feel disciplined. They feel normal because they built their life around structure, not willpower. Willpower is expensive. Structure is cheap. When your environment supports your goals, you don't have to fight yourself. How this applies to money. This is why most people stay broke. They wait to feel like saving. They wait to feel like investing. They wait to feel like learning money. But money doesn't care about your feelings. People with money don't have better motivation. They have a better system. Automatic transfers, fixed percentages, and rules they don't debate with themselves. That's discipline in disguise. The goal isn't to be motivated. The goal is to become the type of person who doesn't negotiate with themselves. Once you decide who you are, behavior follows. You don't try to be consistent, you act in alignment. That's when life starts changing. The lie we were sold. From the time we're young, we're taught the same ideas. You could do anything if you just want it bad enough. So we grow up believing desire equals results. But here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. You can want something with your whole heart, but still never get it. There are people who want to be in shape, people who want financial freedom, and people who want peace, discipline, and confidence. And they want it badly. But wanting isn't a problem. Motivation is dangerous because it feels like movement. You watch a video, you nod your head, and you say that's facts. Your brain gets a dopamine hit, the same chemical you get when you accomplish something. So your brain thinks we did something, but your life didn't move an inch. That's why people binge motivation but never change. Motivation tricks you into thinking is doing. The emotional roller coaster. Motivation works on good days. It works when you slept well, when money isn't stressing you, and when nobody got on your nerves. But life isn't built on good days. Life is built on tired days, heavy days, days where nothing feels exciting. And motivation disappears the moment conditions aren't perfect. That's not weakness, that's reality. Most people think discipline means forcing yourself. Grinding, suffering, white knuckling your way through life. But real discipline isn't loud, it isn't aggressive, it's quiet. It's boring, predictable, almost invisible. Discipline is doing something so often that it stops feeling like effort. Systems beat feelings. Here's the shift that changes everything. Stop asking yourself, how do I stay motivated? Start asking, how do I make this automatic? You don't rely on motivation to brush your teeth. You don't hype yourself up to go to work. You don't wait to feel inspired to pay your bills. You do those things because they are built into your life. That's a system. If your goals don't have systems, they are just wishes. Money, discipline, and reality. This is exactly why money separates people. Most people treat money emotionally. They save when they feel like it, spend when they stress, and invest when they are excited. People with money remove emotions. They decide rules once and follow them forever. This percentage gets saved, this amount gets invested, and this lifestyle stays the same. They don't argue with themselves every month. That's not motivation. That's discipline disguised as structure. Identity is the final level. The strongest form of discipline isn't effort, it's identity. When you see yourself as someone who shows up, you don't debate on showing up. When you see yourself as someone who handles business, you handle business. You stop asking, do I feel like it? You start saying, this is who I am. Identity removes friction. While most people never cross this line, most people never change because they're waiting for it to feel different, easier, lighter, more exciting. But the truth is, change feels boring before it's rewarding. And boring is where most people quit. Motivation is a visitor. Discipline is a resident. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop negotiating with your future. Build systems, commit once, show up anyway. That's how lives actually change. And if you enjoy this video and ready to become disciplined, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and follow me for the next video. Also, leave a comment. Thank you. Peace.